what happens then?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another brand new video. Today we are talking about pornography addiction. One of the most powerful addictions in the world is pornography, only surpassed by food, which is the most powerful addiction. So we're all recovering porn addicts, as you couldn't tell already. And today we're going to share with you the juicy details of how to break free from porn addiction. And I'm going to start first. How do you break free from porn addiction? You gotta meditate. Pass it off to you.
Yeah.
Porn.
Good way to start. What do I want to say? Porn addiction. I didn't even know we were speaking about that, but I'll try to say something. Meditation. One of the most powerful things you can do to dissolve your attachments to things in the material world. Addictions, bad habits, areas where you're leaking energy. And I noticed this as well recently. Like every now and then I'll just eat a bunch of cashew nuts as a way of bypassing my emotional state. And it became a cashew nut addiction. I literally just sit and just eat cashew nuts. I mean, it's a better addiction than having a heroin addiction, but it's still an addiction. And so what I realized was every time I would feel an emotion that I don't want to feel or I want to run away from, I would just start eating, you know? And so I think one of the most important and powerful things that we can do is sit in contemplation, in awareness of the emotional state of the body. And then addictions start to dissolve. You know, you have less of a desire to go and watch porn or do whatever you do. And that's it. That's what I have to say.
I think it's very important what you said, because if you don't sit with the feeling, you're just gonna start doing something else. So instead of eating cashew nuts, you may start, I don't know, whatever it is. So you wanted to say something?
Yeah.
Sitting with the feeling and being present with what is happening in your body is essential to transcend any limitation or whatever it is that you're going through. I mean, also if you're going through some hard times, it's essential you sit with this feeling to feel it properly. Otherwise, it's just going to manipulate you in many ways. You're going to start maybe going into relationships or something to fill yourself in some way. There are many ways to fill yourself, but yeah, sitting with it is essential.
Yeah, one thing that I was talking with one of my friends about one time, like we were kind of contemplating how do you get out of these addictions. And one thing that came to my mind was that there's only one way that you can get rid of an addiction, and that is to replace it with a different addiction. So to be addicted to something else, right? Because that's like the strongest, it's pulling on you, that addiction. It's something that there's some sort of bond there. So if you want to break that bond, the only way is to replace it with something else. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, except with the fact that I disagree. And I disagree with the fact that the only way to transcend an addiction is to do exactly that, is to transcend it, not to replace it. You don't want to be scranning burritos or scranning cashew nuts instead of scranning pornography. You don't want to be scranning anything. You got to transcend. You got to go above that. That's the only way to do it. And let's face it, my friends, porn sucks. Literally, physically, metaphorically, in all ways. And it's also a demonic agenda. Okay, it's true. There are such thing as demons, and there are demonic forces, and there are demonic people that want to bring demons into the world, and they're doing weird stuff. They want to bring you down into the depths of hell. And pornography and that whole industry is just that.
So Shiva, why don't you like my idea? Because you can become addicted to meditation. That can be an addiction. For me, I would say, I guess you have to define addiction also, right?
Well, I like that idea, except it sucks and it's a bad idea. I'm just kidding. You can't be addicted to anything. That's the whole point. You have to transcend addictions.
You have to be conscious.
Yes, conscious.
I think the most important thing to see here is like, where is the addiction coming from? Because if the addiction is coming from some unworthiness or something, that most of the time addiction is coming out of avoidance. So if you're meditating or you have a meditation addiction, what are you avoiding? Then it just becomes bypass. Are you really meditating or are you just bypassing? You know? And so I think, again, like Shiva said, you don't want to do anything that is based off of addiction, if you ask me, because it is literally rooted on unworthiness or incompletion. You want to transcend it.
Facts.
I mentioned this already on the last podcast we did, that people are searching completion in anything that they do. It may be unconsciously, but with meditation you directly go, okay, in direction becoming whole again.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming complete, connecting with consciousness, with unity, with the limitless. And I think that's the difference. You actually go there where you want to go and not go in circles.
Absolutely.
And porn addiction sucks because it's also, you're taking up energies of these people that you're watching, and probably it's not good for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I want to say one more thing. I guess the way that you heal addiction, to your point, is you come back into inner union. So you're not seeking outside in the external world anymore. Everything that you're looking for is right there within your meditation. It's intimacy with your emotional state. It's intimacy with discomfort in the body. It's intimacy with the divine, you know? And I think when you're in that state of I am not avoiding anything in my experience, then there is no need, there is no desire for any addictions or anything in the material world. You just become complete, content with where you are.
A while ago, Leo over here was talking to us about porn addiction, and he said that watching porn, it makes you like a simp or a beta male. He used a particular word, but I don't remember what it was. A cuck. That's precise. So it's true. And this is also another way you transcend porn addiction, is you realize that you're a cuck every single time you watch a couple doing it, mating with each other over a computer screen. And they're probably making a few dollars off of you watching. And it's like such a sad and pathetic state of affairs. You should cry every time you do it. So, yeah.
Yeah. You want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, it's so evident that even right after you do it, you're just like, ugh, that's disgusting. Especially if you're doing it to porn. Just masturbation in general even can be bad. So, no positive benefits ever. You're never gonna like do that and be like, oh yeah, I'm happy I did that. So,
Well, it's not true. I don't think you never finish and you're like, oh, never happy after.
I agree.
Because a lot of times it's more like, if you start labeling as bad, like I shouldn't watch porn, I shouldn't masturbate, then it starts like, oh, I have guilt, I did something wrong. But otherwise, maybe it's natural. I don't know if it's natural, but I mean, yeah, maybe like since we're children, it's like something wrong or something that we're ashamed about. I don't know if it's a society thing. Probably it is.
100%. It's like you don't want to bully yourself out of addictions. You don't want to like do a thing and then look at yourself in the mirror and just call yourself a cuck. I don't think that's a smart way
well, why not?
of healing the self, because it's not going to the root. You're just bullying yourself, you know? Deep down inside, you have a vulnerable inner child that is grasping for love and attention. And that is how addiction is formed. And so, yeah, it might grasp onto some food addiction or some porn addiction or some whatever addiction. And if you go and you just shame that little child and you make it wrong and you beat it up or whatever, you're just reaffirming that same loop. It's not getting to the root of things.
Well,
So let me finish. What you want to do is you want to look at the inner child within that is seeking love and attention and give it that love and attention. You know, you don't want to judge it for its actions. You want to, okay, this is not the right thing to do. I love you, unconditional of what you do. And really, you're just reparenting yourself in a healthy, clean way. That to me feels like a way more powerful way of solving addiction.
I agree with you. And I think also what Shiva was saying the other day, though, is that how he was talking about, even if you get this urge that imagine if you had a castle and two people stormed your castle and you just let them in. That would be crazy. So I think there's different approaches to this. There's a more like gentle approach, gradual approach. There's also, more if you actually have these urges and you're trying to just willpower, against these urges. That's one way to do it. And I agree with you, Leo, with what you're saying, but also at the same time, we used to be like warriors. Like we used to go out and kill people. Like we're men. Like that's crazy to think about, by the way, like in this era especially. But like, so I think that yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
So how does us being warriors relate to sitting and watching people make love?
the fact, like, if you are doing that and you're not able to stop yourself,
Ah,
that's
yeah.
that's a lack of
You've fallen
some
off the tracks.
masculine energy.
Yes,
It's
yes,
a lack
yes.
of, like you can call it bypassing, trying to not do that.
100%.
But really, it's just a striving. It's just a masculine striving that we and with these addictions too, I don't actually see addictions as that bad. Because for me, if you're addicted to something like that is good, like building a business, meditating, I guess it kind of depends on your definition of addiction.
Yeah.
I think also.
So let me.
Addiction is addiction, bro. At the end of the day, is addiction. It's just like an obsessive need to do something, which oftentimes prevents you from actually being present to the moment and present to life. So cool. You can have a business addiction, whatever that means, but what are you running away from? Can you not just be here right now and not need to constantly seek and change your external environment to feel worthy of being?
But why is that a
human
bad
being?
thing? Why is that a bad thing?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's not the optimal way of being. It's not for us as spiritual beings on the path of liberation and truth. I wouldn't say that's what we're trying, what we're aiming for.
Okay.
May I take a mic?
Oh shit.
So, another idea to help you get over this addiction or this desire for watching this, it is the fact that it is pretty much 99% of the time useless. Let's just be honest. There's not really any time that you watch this and you felt like, oh yeah, I really got something out of this. There are times like that, sure. But the overwhelming majority is like you're craving something, you're bypassing something, you want some pleasure, you want some emotions, you want some connection, and you just go watch people do this thing. Maybe there's some 1% chance some guy that has never seen intimacy with a woman and never experienced that, and he's 25 or 30 years old, and he's like, okay, let me take a look at how this works, and he goes and watches these adult videos. That's a terrible advice, by the way. You should never do that. That's not how it works. But that's the only good thing that comes out of this. Generally speaking, overwhelming majority is these videos are connected to something so dark and filthy, and you don't want to come in contact with that. Plus, it skews your reality with the feminine women, or with femininity, or with women in general if you're a man. It makes you messed up in your mind, seeing women as just biological sex objects, which is not what you want to do. You better stay away from that at all costs, except if you're watching some sort of educational video, which is like so rare.
Yeah, man, I think a lot of spiritual people label it as wrong, but I'm pretty sure a lot of men out there jack off pretty often, and they're not into spirituality, and they don't feel as bad. Of course, they don't feel strong, probably, and they're lacking certain stuff in their body.
There's also
But I'm pretty sure that they don't feel like bad about it. They don't gain maybe pleasure. Yeah, short-term pleasure is what they gain out of it. But they're not gonna be there and feel bad about it. They're just gonna, okay, jack off, go on with the day. You know?
Yes, but at the same time, no. Because people that are living unconsciously, that go to their 9 to 5 job and eat some meat and eat whatever they want to eat, and they go and watch pornography, and then they masturbate, and they continue on with their day, and they think everything's fine. No, everything is not fine. You just lost a tremendous amount of energy, and you're not even aware of that. That is a huge tragedy. Like, holy, sound the alarms. Because you're not even aware of the consequences. I was like that many years ago. So don't mistake yourself. Don't think that this is some positive thing or even neutral. It's not neutral. It's negative.
I think that's wrong.
So you're advocating for porn and masturbation?
No. I'm just saying if you're not aware of it, it doesn't matter so much.
What do you mean?
As soon as you get
So you're
aware
saying
of it,
stay aware whilst you watch porn.
if you're ignorant, then it doesn't have such a big of an effect, or you're not you're not conscious of it. If you're not conscious of it, it doesn't matter really. It's like,
conscious porn watching.
That's a new style.
no.
Maybe you could
what,
lead
what I'm
some
saying, no,
yourself.
what I'm saying is, if you're not aware of the effects, like, oh, you're gonna have less energy, you're gonna be whatever, it doesn't matter so much if you're not aware of it. If you're aware of, like, okay, how is my energy? If you're in tune with it more, it's gonna have a bigger effect. But if you're ignorant, then it's not that bad.
That is true. So you're saying be more ignorant.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Just
But I'm saying-
numb yourself when you watch porn, and then it will have less implications. That is the summary of this video. Thank you for watching. Magic.
So it sounds to me like what you're saying, sort of how intention or karma works. Because if I'm walking down the street and I'm crushing a bunch of ants, not seeing what I'm doing, there really isn't any negative karma from my heart, from my emotions. But if I'm seeing, oh, I'm gonna freaking crush the shit out of these ants, that's very painful, very bad. So, but the karma of you jizzing is bad. Like, biologically, it's bad. If you can't perceive it, you're blind. This is not a matter of like intention or non-intention. If you jump off a bridge, gravity's gonna work. You're gonna be dead.
That's true. And I also think the karma is worse when you're aware of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Like if you're aware of it, the shit hits you fucking tenfold.
Yes.
that's what I'm trying to say as well.
Yes,
Kind of.
So the moral of the story is don't become aware.
Yes.
If you're unaware, don't become aware. If you're aware, then do the right things.
Reduce your
Yeah.
consciousness. Stay numb at all costs. That's all I have to say.
This is what I'd also say is that I agree with you, like what you're saying, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who are degenerates sitting in their basement and they're doing nothing with their life. And why is that? Because I think it's because they're unaware. Because that's why we have so many degenerates, and that's actually one of the main evils of Hinduism and these philosophies is ignorance, is to not know. Because once you know, then you realize and you're like, obviously, okay, I'm gonna try to at least not do this. So,
I mean,
but I also agree with you though, because to some extent with regarding some things, because like if you're not aware of it so much, I also think that it's gonna affect you differently, to some degree, the more But also there's also just a physical aspect of it that's just evident, that's just there.
Oi, I'm not gonna disagree with you, bruv. Listen, when I had my dissolution 2 years ago, I remember one of the first things I said to myself is, wow, I can watch porn. And I had one of the biggest, most exciting porn watching sessions for hours on end. It was amazing.
Ooh.
Why? Because I was not shaming myself and I was not judging myself. I gave myself full permission to watch porn, and it was fucking amazing until it wasn't. So yeah, I get what you're trying to say. What you're saying is, look, when you can let go of yourself, take yourself off the hook, stop beating yourself up, become aware, don't judge the self. Cool, you can do certain actions and have less implications, but there comes a point where it becomes a bypass of some sorts, and you're just lying to yourself, you know, which is what I was eventually doing. I'd have a fake smile on my face after watching porn, like, oh wow, good job, Leo, you just watched some fucking porn, mate.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good stuff.
I mean, look, I don't know if you remember when I was making my YouTube videos. You must have watched some of them.
Yeah,
I
I
was
did.
talking about this
I did.
back in the days. Anyways, done.
I'm not an advocate for being unaware or for being ignorant. I'm just trying to share a point of view that we're maybe missing. That the ignorant people, they don't see it as a big deal because they're not aware of it.
Yes.
As soon as you get aware of it, it has a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yes. But it is a big deal no matter if you're aware of it or not, biologically, emotionally, energetically.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you're trying to justify it for yourself. Oh, let me please don't ruin porn for me.
Is that what you're doing?
No,
When was the last time you watched porn?
probably like 1 month ago.
Oh, recent.
probably.
Okay, that's fairly recent.
That's okay.
Well, it depends. Like if you see, like over the years, how much? I would say. Not very often. So I think it's fair. Like I know myself well enough,
That's fair.
Yeah.
and I'm for sure not addicted, and I also don't really enjoy it so much. I just do it, or I don't know even when I did it the last time, consciously.
How about
But-
you, Addy?
When was the last time I watched porn?
Yeah.
Probably a few months ago.
Oh.
Wow, good work. I did not expect that.
Yeah, let's keep.
What does
going.
that mean?
Shiva?
Probably before I even came here.
What do you think of me is?
I don't know.
Before you came here.
I just
Yeah.
I just feel like your aura carries like porn.
Porn?
Yeah.
He's got a porn aura.
Porn star, incoming.
Yeah. You should have seen the suitcase he came
Yeah,
with.
you said
Wait,
the
Shiva was
suitcase.
about to expose himself. Yeah, Shiva.
So I haven't watched porn in years, but here and there occasionally I thought to myself, well, maybe this is not so bad. Maybe like this is like fuel that I need. And then I'd go and watch a few minutes or some clips or somebody's. And then after a while, like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Oh, that's.
It's so weird.
So when exactly the last time?
Maybe like if I had to put a number, maybe 3 months ago, 6 months ago. I don't know.
Good. Leo.
Definitely.
Holy shit! Don't ask me that question.
Yes.
Cut the video. Cut the video. It's funny because I was sitting here on a pedestal thinking, wow, it's been like 4 months or some shit. And then my pedestal got destroyed when I just had a memory that I think I buried in my subconscious of last night. No, I'm joking. It wasn't last night. It was the same night that... bruv, I don't even want to get into it. It's a mad thing.
Yeah, let's not jump into the juicy details, but the moral of the story, I hope we're all gonna come into agreement with this, that watching porn is not a productive, net positive thing. You should probably not watch it. Like out of all the options that you have in your day, do push-ups, do some work, take a cool shower, go eat some healthy food, go for a walk, go talk to friends, and watch porn. Watch porn is like never the best option. So don't do it, okay? Go do something better with your life, and not spy on people who have sex. Like, what? Are you weird?
That
Yeah, you are.
That's important. Is like stay busy. That's one of the the idea that what is it? Idle time is the devil's playground. Something along I don't know how it's worded, but like so that's really I think rings true, especially for lust, porn, all that.
And like, side tip: if you do it, don't judge yourself. Just accept yourself for doing it, and see, okay, how can I get out of this loop of trying to avoid my emotions or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
Don't shame yourself.
Final thing I would say is every man needs a mission. Without a mission, you become a lot more susceptible to these energies. If you have something that you're going towards, something that you're creating, something that you're striving for in the world, the desires for watching porn and all these other little tendencies, they just dissipate.
Yeah.
That and community. I think it's a lot harder to jack off when you're spending time with people every single day, because that shame energy is like, yeah, you just feel it, you know? It's like you're being mirrored back to you in real time. So
Yeah, that's very, very true. And also meditation, I would add to that. So having a mission, having a goal, community, and meditation. Those are the kind of ingredients that you need to stop this. And I want to expand more on this like goal, because if you have a goal, if you have a mission, if you're going towards something, you generally speaking want to add things that help you towards your goal and throw away things that are not helping you towards your goal, that if you throw away, it'll make you faster towards your goal. So masturbation and porn, watching porn, is never something that's like, oh yeah, it's going to assist me towards my goal, unless your goal is to be a degenerate basement dweller. If that's your goal, then fantastic. But if you're a man, you have a goal, it's like, come on, we both know that it's not a right thing to do, so stop it. There's a statistic, okay? 70% or more of the activity online, all the activity online, from all the various things you can do, is pornography. That's crazy. And 70% of data, just the overall mass of videos and clips and so much. Yeah, exactly. Pray, Jesus, pray for us. That's all pornography. Like, what the hell are we doing? Why is it so much? Maybe 5-10% would be like, okay, cool. But 70% we're sick in the head.
Yeah, we're just led by compulsion. It's like we have become so compulsive, and it's so easy. What you have to do, you have to like do a little bit, and then you got every fucking type of woman, whatever you want to see, all on your fingertips. And it needs a sort of discipline or certain stability in yourself to not do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a certain focus in a direction, as Leo said as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a compulsive act. Don't do it. Get some help.
Comment down below or DM Shiva on Discord if you want to join his semen retention course. That is going live very soon.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'll cut it there.